शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तन्न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अध्याय 6 श्लोक 18 यदा विनियतं चित्तम् आत्मन्येवावतिष्ठते निःस्पृहः सर्वकामेभ्यः युक्त इत्युच्यते तदा। As I had told earlier, there are two types of yogis. The first one is called yunjanaha yogi, and the other one is called yuktaha yogi. युञ्जानः योगी and युक्तः योगी. युञ्जान yogi is the one who is still practicing. Whereas the yukta yogi has accomplished steadiness in self-knowledge. Not only during meditation, but even when he is awake, even when he is doing the transactions, he does not lose sight of the self-knowledge. Such a yogi is called Yukta Yogi. He has attained the purpose of yoga. The objective of a yogi, the objective of meditation is to become a Yukta Yogi. Now, when can you say that you have become a Yukta Yogi? When will I become a Yukta Yogi? Krishna describes the characteristics of a Yukta Yogi. We can say Yukta Yogi or Yukta Yogi. If you do the compounding, then it will become Yukta Yogi. Yuktaha cha asau yogi cha Yukta Yogi. If it is separate, then it should be Yuktaha Yogi. Now, Krishna is describing a Yukta Yogi. And being a Yukta Yogi is a state of spiritual maturity. When we look at these shlokas, one can often think that Krishna is describing a temporary state during meditation. When you sit in meditation for a while, you experience a temporary state of samadhi. One might think so. But if you carefully look at these shlokas, Krishna is not describing a temporary state of samadhi that is arrived at during meditation. Instead, he is describing a state of spiritual maturity, which is a result of a committed practice of yoga, a committed practice of nididhyasana for a length of time. It is a state of spiritual transformation, a state of spiritual maturity. And this is the real goal of a yogi. The goal of a yogi is not to enjoy a temporary state of bliss during meditation. Instead, it is to bring about a lasting spiritual transformation, a lasting spiritual maturity in oneself. And that is what Krishna is describing in this shloka as well as in the following shlokas. Yada, when. This yada is referring to the state of spiritual maturity. When will it happen? How long will it take? It depends on our intensity of practice, our commitment to the practice, as well as the grace of Ishvara. Both are required. Therefore, Krishna cannot give a time frame. You keep working, keep making effort. When this happens, you have accomplished the purpose of meditation. Yada, when. Viniyatam chittam, the mind is viniyata, the mind is properly disciplined, the mind is free from all the undesirable emotions, all the undesirable wanderings. As a result of yoga, as a result of meditation, the mind is properly disciplined, properly shaped. Meditation is the process of shaping up the mind, molding the mind. Chipping off all the undesirable thought patterns. When a sculptor makes an image with a stone, what does he do? He chips off all the unwanted portions. Likewise, during meditation, we chip off so many undesirable ways of thinking, undesirable habits of the mind are chipped off. That is how the mind is brought into a proper shape. It is shaped in such a way that it does not move away from the self-knowledge. All the thought patterns in the mind are in alignment with self-knowledge. Then it is viniyatam. Atmanyevavatishthate. Such mind abides in Atma alone. It does not move away from Atma Jnana, even during transaction, even when you are discussing with your friend, even when you are bargaining with the shopkeeper, Even when you are instructing your employees, even when you are dealing with your family members, the mind does not lose sight of Atmajnana. The undercurrent of Atmajnana remains intact. Atmanyevavatisthate. Tada. Then the yogi is free from all desires. Nisprihas sarvakamebhyaha. The yogi is free from all desires. In fact, there is no room for desires. Because when do you get desires? Any desire is a result of lacking in happiness. A desire is a symptom of deficiency in happiness. Because of certain deficiencies, we get some symptoms in the body. Certain symptoms because of some deficiency. Certain indications. Likewise, desire. If I have a desire, what does it indicate? It is an indication of another type of deficiency. Deficiency of vitamin H. Happiness. Lack of happiness. I am not happy. Then I get desires. I want this. Why do I want this? Because it may make me happy. It can give me the happiness that I am lacking. But then, this yogi, he is free from deficiency of happiness because he has found the perennial happiness within himself. He has found the happiness as his own swarupa, his own true nature. Therefore, he is free from all desires. Sarvakamebhyaha nisprihaha. Free from all desires. Freedom from desires is a sign of good health. When I say good health, not good physical health, good mental health. A really healthy mind is free from all desires. Therefore, the yogi's mind enjoys its best health. The healthiest mind is the mind of a yogi, a yukta yogi. Don't misunderstand the word yogi. In this context, who is called a yogi? The one who abides in self-knowledge. In other words, a jnani, an atma-jnani, he is referred to as yogi because his mind is focused on self-knowledge. Yeah. Tada sarvakamebhyah nispraha yuktah iti uchyate. He is called yuktah, a yukta yogi. He is called yukta because he has accomplished the yoga. He has accomplished the absolute concentration, absolute abidance in self-knowledge. Shloka 20. Yatro paramate chittam niruddham yoga sevaya yatra chaivatmanatmanam pashyannatmani tushyati. In these verses, starting from Shloka 20 up to Shloka 23, 4 shlokas. In these 4 shlokas, we have missed Shloka 19. Okay. Thank you, Manjula. Yeah, no, Manjula has indicated that I missed one shloka. Okay. Geeta are also, Geeta and Manjula, 2 people noticed that I have skipped. So, okay, fine. Yeah. So, yeah, shloka 19. Yeah. Yatha deepo nivatasthaha ningate sopama smrita yogino yata chittasya yunjato yogamatmanaha. Bhagavan is explaining the mind of a yogi with an example. The example of a lamp that burns in a place where there is no disturbance of air. With this example, we can contrast between the mind of an ordinary person and the mind of a yogi. Let us first look at the mind of an ordinary person. His mind is vikshipta. Vikshipta means it is distracted. There are many distractions in an ordinary mind. So many thoughts keep coming, so many emotions keep coming, and all these distractions can be compared to wind, because it blows the mind here and there. And you try to generate knowledge, Atmajnana, in such a mind. In a mind full of distractions, we try to get Atmajnana. It is like trying to light a lamp in a windy place. Like when we light a lamp, if the fan is on, then a lamp cannot be lit. Even if you light a lamp, it will get off after some time. Therefore, in a distracted and dispersed mind, the knowledge does not stay. The Atmajnana does not stay. That is why you attend one session, you become jnani. After some time we become ajnani once again. It is like the lamp. A wind has taken away the flame, put off the flame, and then you light the lamp again in another session, another Wednesday. Even that doesn't stay. That is why people complain. Swamiji, when I attend the class, I understand everything, but it does not stay. It is an ordinary mind, but a yogi's mind. A yogi's mind is free from such distractions. As Krishna has described in Shloka 18, Viniyatam Chittam, his mind is Viniyata. It is free from the unhealthy movements, the undesirable movements. Such mind is conducive for self-knowledge, and the knowledge stays in a yogi's mind without getting disturbed, without flickering. Therefore, this example is very apt to describe a yogi's mind. A lamp lit in a place where there is no disturbance of wind. Yatha, just as nivatastha deepaha, a deepa, a lamp, a flame kept in a nivatastha pradesha, a place where there is no disturbance of wind, no disturbance of air. The air is steady. We should be careful here while translating the word nivatastha. Nivatastha does not mean vacuum, because flame cannot burn in vacuum. Burning happens only when there is air. Therefore, nivatastha should be understood as a place where there is no disturbance of air. Nivatastha deepaha na ingate, does not flicker, does not get disturbed. Sa atmanah yogam yunjataha yatachittasya yoginaha upama smrita. It is an upama. Upama means an example, a comparison, which explains a yogi, the mind of a yogi who practices yoga. Atmanah yogam yunjataha. He is practicing the yoga and his mind is yata chitta. His mind is disciplined, restrained, free from the unhealthy thoughts, free from distractions. Yatachittasya yoginaha upama smrita. It is an upama, a very beautiful and appropriate example for the mind of a yogi. The knowledge steadily continues in a yogi's mind without any disturbance. Now Shloka 20 once again. Yatro paramate chittam niruddham yoga sevaya yatra chaivatmanatmanam pashyannatmani tushyati. So, from Shloka 20 up to 23, Bhagavan is describing yoga, the state of yoga. In this context, yoga means a spontaneous steadiness of mind in self-knowledge, an effortless steadiness of mind in self-knowledge. This yoga can also be explained as sahaja samadhi. A spontaneous samadhi. And this samadhi does not happen only when you have closed your eyes. It is there even when you are doing the transaction. An observer may not notice it. It may go unnoticed by an observer, but you are in samadhi. You are not losing sight of the Atma-jnana. You are not losing sight of your true identity. Dehabhimane galite vijñāte paramatmani yatra yatra mano yati tatra tatra samadhayaha. This is a beautiful shloka in Dridrishya Viveka. And this shloka is talking about sahaja samadhi. Dehabhimane galite. When the dehabhimana has melted down. Dehabhimana means the bodily identification. For a yogi, the bodily identification melts down. Galita. It falls down. He is no longer identifying with the body. Vijñāte paramatmani. And he has understood the Paramatma. I am the Paramatma. And the Paramatma is all pervasive. He is aware. He is awake to the Paramatma. His mind is constantly awake to the all-pervasive Paramatma. Then the author says, yatra yatra manoyati tatra tatra samadhayaha. Let his mind go anywhere. Let him do the transaction. Let him do all forms of transaction. Yet, tatra tatra samadhayaha, his mind is in samadhi because it is not losing sight of the truth. This is called sahaja samadhi, and this is the goal of dhyana yoga. The culmination of the pursuit of dhyana, the culmination of dhyana sadhana, Krishna is describing such a state, and it is not a temporary state. I would like to repeat it. Don't think it is a temporary state attained during meditation. It is a state of spiritual maturity. That will continue to remain in a mumukshu, in a jnani, even during transaction. Yatro paramate chittam niruddham yoga sevaya, yatra chaivatmanatmanam pashyannatmani tushyati. Yatra, when, in which state, yoga sevaya niruddham chittam uparamate. Yoga sevaya, by the practice of meditation, niruddham chittam, the mind is disciplined, the mind is properly shaped by the practice of meditation. This mumukshu had been practicing meditation for a length of time, and now his mind is properly shaped up, well disciplined, and then uparamate, it becomes quiet. Quiet means it is free from all disturbances, free from all restlessness. A quiet and calm mind, a composed mind. Even when there is a reason to get disturbed, it does not get disturbed. That kind of mind, uparamate, the mind becomes quiet, without distraction, without disturbance, without restlessness. And then yatra chaivatmanatmanam pashyannatmani tushyati. Yatra cha eva, also, cha eva, also, yatra, in which state, atmana atmanam pashyan tushyati. He remains in the vision of the true self. Atmana Atmanam Pashyan. Atmana means antahkaranena, with his antahkarana, with his mind. The first Atmana refers to the mind. Some people think in meditation we should remove the mind, or we should make the mind blank. It is not the idea. Mind has to work properly. The self-knowledge is a function of mind. Self-knowledge does not happen in the absence of mind, because self-knowledge is a function of the mind. Therefore, Krishna says, Atmana, by means of the mind. Atmanam Pashyan. He sees the Atma, means he abides in the knowledge of the Atma. I am the Atma. He abides in his true self. And when he abides in the knowledge of the self, he derives satisfaction. Nothing can give absolute satisfaction. Nothing other than self-knowledge is capable of giving absolute satisfaction. Tushyati, he enjoys satisfaction. What is satisfaction? When I say, I don't want anything more, it is satisfaction. I am happy. I don't want anything more. Then it is satisfaction. Tushyati, he enjoys satisfaction because of the self-knowledge, because of the Atma-jnana. Bhagavan continues the description of yoga. Sukhamatyantikam yattat buddhigrahyamatīndriyam vetti yatra na caivāyam sthitaschalati tattvataha. In the state of yoga, the yogi remains in the knowledge of the ultimate happiness. He has found the ultimate happiness in his own Swarupa. because the ultimate happiness is the nature of Atma. Atma is Sukha Swarupa. Atma is Ananda Swarupa. Therefore, if he is aware of Atma, it means he is aware of the ultimate Sukha, the ultimate happiness. What is the happiness? Generally, we think happiness is a temporary experience of joy, a temporary experience of bliss. But a temporary experience of bliss cannot be Atyantika Sukha. Atyantika Sukha means it is the ultimate happiness. The ultimate happiness cannot be temporary. Any temporary happiness that is experienced once in a while, it is not the Atyantika Sukha. Then what is the Atyantika Sukha? If you look into the Upanishad, specifically Chandogyopanishad chapter 7, the Shruti talks about the true happiness. Bhuma eva sukham. Bhuma. Bhuma means the infinite. The infinite is the happiness. In other words, happiness means freedom from limitations. Happiness is the infinite. Chandogyopanishad further says, Na alpe sukhamasti. Anything limited does not have happiness. Therefore, any temporary experience of bliss is not Atyantika Sukha. Then what is the Atyantika Sukha? It is our true nature. Our infinite nature. Our completeness. Our fullness. It is called Atyantika Sukha. Atyantikam Sukham. Yat Atyantikam Sukham. The Atyantika Sukha. The infinite nature of the self. And this Sukha is Atindriyam. Generally, we expect a sukha as an experience, indriyagrahya, experienced through senses. But this sukha is not derived through senses, implying that it is not an experience, because any experience is temporary. Therefore, it is not similar to any form of joy that we experience. Instead, it is the infinite nature or the self. Atindriyam, but buddhigrahyam. This is not available as an experience. Unlike any temporary happiness, instead, it is buddhigrahyam. It is attained through knowledge, attained through self-knowledge. Veti, the jnani, the yogi, remains awake to such sukha. The ultimate happiness. Veti, he knows, he remains awake to the happiness within, the eternal happiness within himself, as his own nature. Yatra na chaivayam sthitaschalati tattvataha cha eva, also yatra sthitaha tattvataha na chalati, abiding in which state, tattvataha na chalati, one does not move away from the tattva. He does not move away from the knowledge of truth. He is not shaken from the knowledge of truth. The jnana is always available, spontaneously available, never loses sight of knowledge, never loses sight of the true nature of his swarupa, his self. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.